I believe the saying is no one sweats more than a whore in church, but I don't know. It's not a saying I'm throwing around all the time. Just a few things that I believe about the Bravo and the Housewives universe before we get into it is that I feel like the treatment of reality TV and Housewives is extremely sexist. I feel like it is mostly made by women, mostly for women, and mostly women that consume it. And I feel like to immediately dismiss it as trashy all the time is sexist. I don't feel like we do that with men, and I know we don't do that with men because we don't do it with NFL. Okay, we are going to watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 6, Episode 10, The Higher the Hair, the Closer to God. Behind me, we have Monday, one of my dogs. My other dog, Bo, is over there, but you can't see him. And during this time, you won't be able to see my screen, and you will only sort of be able to hear my audio, but it'll be my reaction as we watch it together. It's meant to be like, if you don't have anyone to watch The Real Housewives with, you can watch it with me, because I am a Real Housewives super fan, but none of my friends in real life are. But I'm like on the podcast and Reddit, and I don't feel like there's anything to apologize for with that. I feel like men are very passionate about the NFL, and we don't give them shit about it, so I don't expect to get any shit about watching The Housewives and being excited about it. So I'm going to start, and just so you know, I start at the beginning of the episode. I don't start with the recap. I edit out the commercials, so if I have commercials on my end, it'll just be like a straight shot through. And then also I'll be giving verbal cues a lot about what I'm watching so that it's easier to catch up if I've gone off track for some reason. My second non-apologetic take is that reality TV is basically just ethnographies. It's anthropology. I was an anthropology major, and I always feel like people are more okay watching reality TV if we call it anthropology than to call it reality TV. Again, dumb, but whatever makes you feel better. And then finally, despite how dismissive people are of people that consume reality TV, I actually think that there's a lot of entrepreneurs in this group. I am an entrepreneur. This is maybe my 5th business. So in conjunction with this filming, I'm also going to talk about how to make your passion a business. I will link in the top comment to a free one-pager brainstorm about how to think about how to monetize your passion into a business. All right, let's get going. And by the way, I'm Erin Spradlin. Nice to meet you. I look forward to watching TV with you. Okay, I'm starting. Sun is coming over the mountains, and there's a highway, and we see Whitney, Rose, and Justin's house. Heather is arriving. By the way, I'm going to try and drink this during the watch, and it's 50 ounces. I don't love Angie K's confession look, although I do agree that her hair is giving Lisa Barlow's hair a run for its money. Yes, Brittany, let's have you over and imply again that your self-esteem is so low you've slept with many, many men. Not that your self-esteem needs to be low to sleep with many men. Maybe you love sleeping with many men, and I love that for you, and no judgment. I'm just saying in the context of this, it was a little judgmental to Meredith's point when she was like, you're slut-shaming her. Okay, they're doing crazy hair right now. I really want to wear gloves like Mary's, but I don't know if I can pull them off the way Mary can. And supposedly when you're making YouTube videos, people look at your hands, or actually when you're interacting with people look at your hands for trust. And so actually I'm not sure if it makes sense to have gloves on if I'm trying to grow a channel, which I am right now. So subscribe if you want. Does this mean the hazing of Brittany Bateman is over? That's what I want to know. Are they going to accept her? Is she going to be one of them now? Hmm. I didn't love the throwing the unicorn over. I thought it was a little mean spirited. I also thought it was stupid. I actually think Brittany's hair looks pretty cool there. So now Angie said something in Greek. Who cares? I don't like casual I love yous. I love you has a meaning. It means something. This is why Mary Cosby is a legend. She doesn't give a shit about being on the show. God, she's pretty fucking amazing. She's mean-spirited too. Love Mary Cosby's hat there. Yeah, that's how we all feel. Like, Brittany's annoying, but Meredith took it too far. And fuck Lisa Barlow and Meredith. That's the real sense I get here. I'm a Whitney Rose fan, but... Huh. And she was an hour late. Very rude. Very, very, very rude. Heather. I like Brittany's look there. I think her hair looks awesome. I think her shirt's pretty cool. I do not like a grown woman holding a stuffed animal. I don't. Ooh, you're not wearing your wedding ring. Yikes. I contend that Bronwyn hates her husband. Gaslighting, yeah. Not good. Not popular. Women don't love that. Nobody loves that. I just don't really understand their marriage. Like, you wouldn't think she'd be physically attracted to him, but she is. She seems to really love him. But then he's not very nice to her. Yes, exactly. I think a lot of people feel like they could consent to cheating, but they don't like being humiliated. It's the only funny thing Brittany has ever said, in my opinion. Okay, we're back. It's the mountains. It's clouds over the mountains. It's somebody pulling into a driveway. Oh, it's Robert Jr. and Mary. Okay, Robert Jr. is 21 for context. I know he's a young man, but I always forget. Oh, he's at her church. I really appreciate how honest and authentic she's being about the relationship with Robert, or, not lying about his drug problem in the situation. So far, at least. Like, I appreciate the transparency on TV. And the fact that she didn't promise him that everything was going to be okay. It's a pretty serious issue. And she put it on him like he's going to have to fix it. I think that's really good parenting. Yeah. She just said sometimes I can be very critical. I feel like they're about to have a talk. Mary and Robert are about to have a talk. I know she has a sketchy background, but I hope that's true. I hope she believes that. And he just said everybody that gets help relapses. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God, but I do like this advice. Nothing is impossible. And I don't drink. I don't drink because I like drinking too much. And I think it's kind of bad advice, or to have it out there that like it's so easy to relapse and it's so hard to stay sober. I just think that like inserts a mentality before you even try to get sober that it's impossible to do. And I think in some ways it's like helpful and compassionate, but then on the other hand, it's just really, it creates a struggle before you even try. Like, wouldn't it be easier to quit drinking if the mentality was like, it's easy to quit drinking? I mean, we shouldn't lie to people, right? But we should have better systems to give them more hope. Here's a good thing. Like, here's lots of like alternative beers helped me quit drinking because I still had the habit of something. And I drank a lot, and I've drank a lot since I was 15, and not just beers. And I've been sober for 5 years. I relapsed once for 2.5 years, which kind of screws my point there, but I've been sober again for 3 years. John Barlow. Okay, it's John Barlow and Lisa talking, and they're eating, and they're talking about Jack and Henry. Man, they are not getting along. I feel like he's standing up for himself and it's not going well with her. Oof. And he's like really calling her out a lot lately, which is a change in their dynamic. Hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't like that. Being critiqued by my husband and then having the kid pile on. Maybe don't tell me how to talk in front of the kid. Hmm. It's really, yeah, it's not good when you don't feel understood in your relationship. But she does need to be better at listening. No, no. Yeah. Oh, oh, this is so painful on TV, but also so accurate. Come here, buddy. You want to come here? Oh, yikes. Let me finish. Me and my husband have shared some businesses and it does complicate things. And we don't have kids, so I feel like we talk about our businesses a lot. I personally am fine with that. John Barlow seems to be less fine with that. Hmm. But I feel like she's at least trying, at least in this scene, she is listening more than she normally does. And she is trying hard to flag the problem and not just be fake about it. And I really support that. And I think that I think it could be tough, but at least she's like talking to me. This is the most interesting conversation I've ever seen Lisa and John have. I feel like usually their conversations are very boring. By the way, I am going to do a video of hot takes around this episode. And then also on Sundays, I'm going to try and do like a video essay about what's going on with the Housewives each week or whatever I'm finding interesting from the video or from like a broader learning. So check out those. Watch out for those. Clouds going over a mountain. There's a stream. There's a little cute duck. Provo is what the sign says. Ugh, Brittany and that dude whose name I can't remember, Jared. It's so weird to live your life off of the fame of being an Osmond. I can't comprehend that in any world. Long hugs. It's kind of weird. And Heather Gay's Mormon thing, she said that they would go off to gay conversion camp and then two dudes would hug for 10 minutes. And I'm like, that's too much. 10 minutes is too much for anyone. Okay. Brittany is saying she has some hope for them in the future. Also saying she's not doing well. They're walking and drinking beverages. Justin read it out, Brittany, and said she was trying to fuck everybody on the boat, which is kind of true. Kind of true. She wasn't successful, it doesn't seem like, but it seemed like there was an effort made. Not tonight. Captain Jay's going to say, yeah, I'll give you a tour in the morning, in daylight. Good point, Brittany. We were on a break. Why would you care? Isn't that why we go on breaks, Jared? So you can fuck other women? That's my guess. And then when he can't commit, I act appropriately. And then he doesn't like that because ooh, why aren't you taking a 30-day fast from me? Good. Have some pride, Brittany. Get away from him. He sucks. He's pretty manipulative. I don't feel like she's really crying, just like I feel like she didn't really vomit on the yacht. That's an answer, Brittany. When he won't give you an answer as to what you are, that's your answer. I get it. I have trouble on video sometimes talking, and it's really annoying when you say a word that you clearly know, but like mangle it. Whoa. You want me to be your boyfriend? Just be stable for 5 minutes? That is a dick thing to say. How about you quit breaking up with me? How about you stop sending me on a boat trip with a little dumb stuffed animal with your voice? Just leave me alone. You don't want to be with me? Leave me alone. Don't toy with me. That's what Brittany should be saying. I've been married for 10 years. I should know that because I just had my 10-year anniversary. Happy anniversary to us. But before that, I remember I dated a guy for like a summer, And it wasn't like this, but like, it wasn't great. And he'd always be like, oh, I don't know. And it drove me nuts. And it made me lose self respect. It made me lose respect for myself because I just thought, like, what is this vague bullshit? Like, why should I ever be with someone that's like not super excited to be with me? It's not, at some point, it's like not that cool to be like trying to convince someone that they want to be with you. Like, it's like you play it out and it's like, no, like, I mean, I don't want to aspire to be something that I'm not to be with you. And if you don't want to be with me in this way, then not to say that we don't have things to work on, but I don't love it. Okay, we're starting again. There was a scene of tulips. I don't know whose house this is. It's Bronwyn's, and there's Todd. He looks fun, as usual. I like Bronwyn's outfit. I wouldn't wear it. Her fucking house is crazy. Todd is not fun. I mean, he can be fun. I don't know. Her shirt has two birds on it, either side. It's amazing. And she wants to have a real talk in her marriage, which I appreciate. Moving and grooving. That's what Todd has to say about their marriage issues. Forgot about that. Not great. I do believe she loves him. But you need to communicate with me, Todd, and not look at me like that. Like you're just disgusted with me. Todd is saying, here's the thing. Todd just said he was wrong and said the strength of their relationship is that they talk. I really appreciate Bronwyn saying that. Like, there's no weirdness with that. Like, lots of rich men cheat. Lots of political figures cheat. Like, why do we have to act so stupid about it? Oh. He's not happy. She talked about it on camera. It's not a terrible point, Todd, but because I'm on a show, Yeah. I don't know if it is resolved, Todd. She's saying she wants to have friends and be able to talk to them about your infidelity. Also, it's weird that Bronwyn's apologizing to you for sharing with a friend about your infidelity. Also, when she said Whitney could relate, did that mean that Whitney has been cheated on by Justin? Because Whitney is kind of all over the place with that. Okay, we're back. It's an overview. We're going to Mary's church, Faith Temple. That's where we're at. Mary's mom with Jesus. They show that every time. It's amazing. You gotta give it to Mary. That outfit's pretty sick. Wow, she hasn't said anything to the congregation in a year or two. That's kind of crazy to me. Also, kind of crazy to me that she doesn't know if it's been a year or 2 years. If this is your full-time profession, like you would know when you last got up and spoke to the people that mean so much to you. Her son Robert Jr. was high when he got in the car. So basically, she told him not to come because he was high, so she didn't want him there. But it's hard when you're having something you're excited about, and the people you love are letting you down because they're getting messed up. And I don't know that I've had that, but I feel like I've been that person sometimes. As in, I've let someone down sometimes. Oh no, we're gonna do like a church scene. I don't like those sunglasses. I have not liked any of Heather Gay's sunglasses so far. I don't like Whitney's look. It's too much. Ugh. I don't love Whitney's confessional looks either. But I am a Whitney Rose fan, even though other people aren't. People on Reddit, well, people just generally say she's stupid, but I don't feel that way. She said if they walk in that church, it will be like two whores burning. I believe the saying is no one sweats more than a whore in church, but I don't know. It's not a saying I'm throwing around all the time. I also just feel like this scene, if it's like a lot of churchy stuff, is going to make me uncomfortable because I am totally unreligious. I like Heather's outfit. I do. And Heather's hair looks amazing there. I feel like Bronwyn is either like stylized in a wild way or like a very preppy way. And that's probably why I like her look so much, is that I feel like she's pretty preppy. And I feel like a lot of the clothes she wears, I like, oh man, okay. Meredith and Lisa are here. And they're about to be mean girled by this group of girls, women, not girls, women. I think right now we're going to have some conflict. They're back. Sorry, Meredith and Lisa are walking up. The women are gossiping. It's good. That's true. She has been Mary's friend. Meredith has been Mary's friend, but didn't Mary just call her boring? Yep, great question. Heather Gay is definitely overproducing this season and is just constantly trying to stir shit up, and it's so obvious. And I guess I don't hate it. I like a show where conflict is addressed amongst women and power is brokered, but I don't know that, like, she's a little obvious with it sometimes, I think. Okay, they're walking into the church. There's a band playing. It's not that I'm too uptight for dancing in church. It's that I'm too uptight for dancing, period, across the board. I hate dancing. I mean, I'll dance alone, but never in a crowd of people. I don't find that fun at all. It's like small talk to me. It's small talk with your body, and I don't like it. Do we know why the church was closed? Oh, because of the remodel. Right. So they just like didn't have church for 2 years? That would suggest church wasn't that important. Like, why couldn't they meet somewhere else to have church? Or maybe the remodel wasn't worth it if you had to stop church during that time. She does seem to be moving the women that she also terrifies half the time. I really love that she said nothing with the stuffed animal exchange. Now she's going to talk about her mom. I have complicated mom issues, so I'm into this. Bronwyn is saying there's a lot of worries in her life. I said it last week, but I'll say it again. I love Bronwyn's confession look, the Jackie O thing. So chic. Why do you make donations to the Church of Satan? Why? How Lisa Barlow. Again, I'm not religious. I don't care about the Church of Satan, but I love that that's her line. Like, I don't know. This is weird. I don't love this. Because it's just like they're calling out each one of them because they're on this show. I mean, hopefully they edited out stuff where she called out real congregation members. I don't know. This just weirded me out because if I was there, I'd feel so uncomfortable. But just because I'm uptight, not because I'm against any of this. And I do agree with them that like her little sermon was kind of touching. And if you're there, and you might really feel it. Lisa's saying, I'm going to die of a heat stroke. Mary is saying she loves every one of them. I don't know. Sure. Yeah. Great. Okay, it's the end of the episode. Look out for my hot takes and my video essay about the Real Housewives coming up. And as this channel continues, I'm going to continue to put out information about how to build a business around your passion, and you will also see it happening with this channel, hope. And if you want my free brainstorm document on how to make a passion a business and start getting paid off of it, I again have linked in the top comment of this video to a free guide, and you can just hit that link and you will get it. Thanks.